Hello everybody, AJ Ryzik here, and today we've got the next video in our WordPress tutorial series, and today we're going to do our home page. And that is what I've got up right here. And as you see, I did a home page where the full page is a single image, and it's actually really not hard to do that using this theme. And as you can see, I've got I made my main menu up here transparent. As you scroll down, it goes from transparent to a semi-darkened background. And scrolling down after the little homepage logo, I guess you could say, we've got links to my various novels, and you can read about those on the page. And then continuing down further, you can see right here I've got the latest blog post, and I've got it set up so it'll display 9 of the blog posts, and then of course go to older entries there. And then down here at the bottom are latest YouTube videos that are up on the site, and this is a YouTube player right here, and right under it it's got the latest 3 YouTube videos that I have produced. And this is set up so that I don't have to go and upload these to my site. It just automatically pulls from YouTube as new posts go up, or new videos. They automatically get populated right here, as well as I've got a YouTube video gallery. I'm going to open that up. And if you come here to the video gallery, it's basically the same thing, except that it shows every blog or every YouTube video that I've ever done. So, kind of enough about talking about it. Let's go and get started, and I will show you how I built this page. So let's go to Pages and add a new page, and let's just call this home page. And of course we're going to use the Divi page builder. That's the whole reason for doing this video here. And we're going to start with a regular size module and click insert a column, and we're going to do just a full width column right now. I was just kind of checking my notes over there. And there's a couple different ways, and this is what we're going to do now. Is we're going to insert our logo, and there's a couple ways you could do this. One, you could use the image module, upload it via that route. I think rather than do that, though, I am going to use the standard text module. And then from down here in the text box, you can do the add media, and then you just go to the particular image, insert it into page, save it, and let's do a preview. And of course you can't see it because I did not set our background yet. Let me go and fix that here. So go over to where you edit the section, upload our background. Now on the main homepage, when I made this homepage, I used this little pen thing here, but just to be different, let's put this book thing up. Set that as our background. And then of course, if you had wanted to, you could do just a solid color. You could do a background video. And then if you do the video, you need to specify width and height, that sort of thing. Do you want the video paused, or do you want it playing? Inner shadows, do you want parallax effect? I do want the parallax effect, so I'm going to select that. And of course we've talked about CSS ID and classes. So now let's take a look at what we got here. Alright, that's what we got so far. There you can see you put the logo right in the middle. Not a whole lot else to do with it right now because it's the only thing that's on the page. So let's go and let me go and check my notes here real quick here. Okay, so we got that in there. Let's go and we will add, I want to add a little bit of space. So we've talked about using dividers before. And let's do 150 pixels. I don't want to show a divider. We'll call it divider. Okay. And let's preview what we got. Okay, and as you see, that gives us a little bit of space down here underneath underneath the logo. Now, in the case of my home page that I've got right here, I inserted the various novels that I've written, as well along with links to get you to the various pages on those novels. But there's a whole bunch of modules here. The purpose of the home page is to get somebody interested in your blog. So where you go from this point, it's all going to depend on what you do. You see, you got an image gallery that you could put in. You could do the single image. You got the video sliders. Just kind of looking through all this, you see there's a lot of different stuff that you could add using these modules. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go and just so you can see how I did it, I'm going to click on text and come down here. We want to light text and center it. And we want a heading 1, and just like in the one I already have done, I'm going to type in novels and novellas. Save that, and that will function. Go to the preview as basically a section title for the next section. So let's go and add another row, and this is the section where we're going to have the little blurbs about the various novels. So since I got 3, I inserted 3, and we'll put a blurb in there. And I'm going to go through this rather quickly because it's basically the same thing I did in my last video. So I'm just going to kind of go copy and paste. So in here you're going to put the title of, in this case, the title of the novel. And here you would put a URL so that you could click the link, and either, maybe if you're an author, it goes directly to your Amazon page, or maybe it takes you to a page on your blog so that they can read more about that particular novel. Or, let's say that it's the case of you got a construction company and this is about a service that you offer. In that case, when you click on the URL, it takes you to a page that tells you more about that particular service. And you kind of get the point there. Whatever it is that you want to make it. Do you want to use one of the icons? Do you want to use the image? We're using the image for the novels. So we'll put that in its place. Right here is the define the HTML alt text for your image here. Always good idea from the standpoint of search engine optimization to go and add an alternate text in there. So just in this case, and then do you want the icon or image placed on top or left, and do you want the image or icon as far as animation. Do you want top to bottom, left to right, whatever. I'm going to go with no animation. I want a light color for the text. Text, I want it oriented to the left. And then we'll just copy and paste right here. Click Save, put that in its place, and we'll do the preview so you can see what we got. So there you go. And you can go, and if you want to do a read more button, you can do that. What you're going to want to do, and I explained this, how to do this in the last, in my last video. Go and let's just hit enter, and you would type in a read more. Wow, forgot that the caps was on. Read more, and then you would go and hyperlink it, select the text, and go to your hyperlink, insert your hyperlink right here, and then after you've done that, you would come over here to the text section and you would assign a CSS class to this. And like I said in the previous video on doing the author page, I demonstrated how to do that. So if you wanna do that, just go right back to there. I included all the CSS coding that you need so that you can do that. Anyway, so that's how I did this particular setup on my on the home page. And then we added another row, single column, and a text in there. Once again, want light, center. Hope I'm not going too fast because this is basically you know, same stuff that we've looked at before. This really isn't new stuff yet. We'll do a heading 1, center it, and we'll just say blog post, or you could say something maybe from the blog, something like that. We'll put that in its place right there. And then after that, you want to insert your blog module. And I've played around with different ways of doing this. And let me go and I'll kind of show you some different, there's different ideas that I've had on doing the blog module. So you select the blog module and you get the choice between a full width layout or a grid. Number of posts. Now if you're doing a grid, by default it'll show three across. So you know it makes sense for this post number to be an increment of 3. Let me back up. It'll show 3 across on a 1080p screen or monitor. On the it'll resize all that kind of stuff for mobile devices. But on the standard, you know, a regular computer screen, you're going to see 3 across. So you go and put in the number of posts that you want to display, and then here's all of your blog categories. You just pick what categories you want it to come from. So let's do the from writers, the politics, science fiction, and the tech blog. I wouldn't worry about changing this unless you want to change the format of your metadata. Do you want to show a featured image or not? Do you want to show content excerpt, or do you want to show the full post? I'm doing excerpts, and I'll show you the other options later so that you can see what they look like. Do you want a read more button? Yes, I do. Show who the author is. All the posts on this blog are by me, so I don't need to show it. Obviously, if you've got multiple authors on your blog, it's a good idea to show that. Do you want to show the date that it was posted? I don't necessarily need to do that. Categories, yeah, let's show the category. Pagination, yeah, let's show that. Offset number. So let's say that in a particular category you want it to start with, say, the third blog post. You can do that, or maybe the second, and probably the second. Wanting to skip the first post is most likely because maybe you have on a particular category, you have a sticky post that always shows up at the top of the category. This offsets that. And of course, admin, CSS class, that sort of thing right there. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Let's go to preview. We'll scroll on down here, and so you can see there's what it looks like with 9 blog posts. So coming back here, if you chose full width, and let's see, yeah, we'll still show the featured image, and we're not going to show an excerpt, we'll show all the content. So let's take a look at what we got now. Come back to the preview. So now when you come down here, it kind of stretches them. Oh, and I need to go in there and fix the color on the font. But you can see how it ends up stretching out the the pictures. Now, the way that I have used the full width in the past and has worked fairly well. Let me go and add another row, and we'll insert, let's say 3 columns again, and go and move this in here and do a just 1 column width. Let's keep it as full width. Let's just say we're going to do 5 posts in there, and then maybe just do 1 category. So these are all my posts for writers. Click save, and then we'll basically do the same thing for these other columns, but give them each a different category so that your posts are somewhat categorized. And of course, once again, I forgot to go and click the the color on there, but I think you get the idea. And if you wanted to, you could go and add a text module over the top of here that tells what the category is. So this is you could say for writers over here, politics here, tech blog right here, and go that route. All right, the next section that I have on the home page, scrolling down, is the YouTube videos. Now there's a couple different routes you could go to pull those off. Divi has a built-in, and let me go and add it in here. We'll do a single width column. They've got a built-in video player, and you can either upload a video to your website, or you can go and use like if you got a YouTube channel, you can go and just add in the YouTube URL. You would go and copy and paste it in there, and then the image overlay, you can either generate it from the video, which if it's a YouTube video it does it just fine, or you can upload an image. Admin label CSS, we've looked at that before. And so let me go to the preview. And so it plops one down right there in the center, and you can click play and move on. And of course, you've got the column, so you could do rather than a single one. If you had multiple videos, you could go and install it in the 3-column deal. Make each one a a different video, and go that route. And that would work just fine. You don't have to add any extra plugins to Divi. You can, and you're using its built-in image player. I didn't go that route. I used let me go and get rid of those. I use the same plugin that I'm using for this video gallery, for my video gallery. And basically with just a few tweaks, it allows me to just do 3 of the videos right here. And the way it works is you've got your number 1 will be displayed in this player right here, and it starts right away. Or you can pick different ones from the 3 that are displaying to play, and then they will play inside the player. And let me come back here. Let me find plugins. Probably underneath my picture. Yep, sure it is. Let me go and open up plugins. And the plugin is, let me just move that all the way out of the way. YouTube channel gallery. And I will butcher that name, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'll leave a link down in the video description. But anyway, this gallery plugin has been great. Works very well. Lots of different options. So go to their homepage and check it out. Like I said, really neat player to use. So anyway, let me go and check my notes there. Okay. So all we need to do so that we can recreate that, we're going to insert a new text module that is full width. We'll do light again. We'll center it up. And paragraph heading 1. And let's do latest YouTube videos. By the way, while I'm on this plugin, besides making the full page deal and whatnot, they also there is a widget that comes along with this plugin, so that you can display maybe your latest 1 or 2 or 3, however many YouTube videos in the sidebar. So that is an option as well. So anyway, so let's just put that in there, and I'm just going to go and copy and paste what I've got, just so in the interest of time, and then I'll talk a minute about what we got here. All right, so it uses this particular short code, and I'll show you what it means, and you can tweak the short code as you need. So you put in your username on YouTube, and then do you want it to display a title or not? Do you want it to display a description or not? I'm not. Thumbnail alignment. Thumbnail goes to the top. How many items do you want it to display? 3. And there's more options. Like I said, just go to their plugins webpage, and it'll tell you, because there's tons and tons of options how you can set these things up. But for how I want it on the home page, I mean, that's it. That's all you need to do. Just go and do a preview. And you can see, scrolling on down, and there it is, latest YouTube videos, and there they are. Very simple and easy to use. Well, that finishes it up for this video. I hope that this has been useful for you. Next video, we're going to do a little housekeeping. I'll show you how to upload a logo to your website. That'll show. Let me go and open up the home page here. It'll be kind of like a housekeeping episode. I'll show you how to upload this, which is very easy, and put whatever kind of logo you want up in there. How to go and tweak your menu. I'll show you how to do drop down menus, and maybe a few other small little things that'll go along with that video. Anyway, if this video was helpful for you, please give it a big old thumbs up. Subscribe if you are not a subscriber, and I will see you on the next video.